Hi everyone. I'm doing something a little bit different today. I thought I'd sort of show you the process, how I go about making my journals. I have a lot on the go right now, and in a way you can take this with a grain of salt because I always change up how I do things. But this is how I've been doing things this year. And I think it'll just be fun to make a video out of, and I think some of you might get a kick out of it and might enjoy the way I work and see the process, how I do it. I know I love watching other people's videos and how they go about making their journals. So this is the one that I'm working on right now. This is going to be a sewing journal. And you can see it's one of those placemats that have these beautiful purple and lilac and a bit of pink in there. So and it's quite large. When it's folded in half, it's quite a big size. I think this is over 10 inches, maybe even a whole foot there. And take into consideration the spine, will probably go there. It'll probably be about 7, 8 inches across to this lace anyhow. So it'll be a big one. Now what I am doing first of all is getting together my base pages. So I did start working on a whole bunch of covers, and I really had a lot of fun making those covers, and they're not all fully completed. So they're at various stages, so I can sort of decide, okay, I want to make this into something, so I'll finish up the outside to match what's going on the inside, kind of thing. So I haven't done anything yet to the inside cover here. This is just some loose lace I had in there. I thought maybe I would use this somehow on the inside. Oops. So this is 3 signatures. So I'm doing the base papers. I did the base papers so far for the signatures, and then I've just started adding little bits to it here and there. That's sort of the next phase that I'm doing. So, you know, there's magazines, there's envelopes. This is a piece of wallpaper, and the glue that I put on here didn't hold very well, so I have to figure something else out for that. So I have some magazines that I put in here, and I will finish up these pages so that they take up the whole size of the book eventually. There may be some smaller pages in there, you never know. I do have some envelopes. I did go about and start putting little bits of lace and things here and there. So these are just kind of base pages that I've just started putting things on. And if the page was too narrow this way, because I used it for the back, or in this case I just folded a piece of scrapbook paper, I add on to the end of it something. And then there's a bag or magazine paper that has to do with, I have some needlepoint books and magazines, so that works out really nice for this book. And there's coffee stain paper. So it's like, oh, that's not one signature yet. We're still going. Oops, it's stuck here. What's stuck? There we go. And this is more from an old catalog, which I'm going to show you in a second. It's a little bit large, so I'm going to have to fold this. We'll do something different with this page. And then second signature, same thing. It's just lots of different base pages, and then I will embellish each page. I may put in a lot more coffee stained papers. It's hard to see what I'm going to do. So this is kind of how I put everything together. And then my last page, same thing going on here. And I might use everything in the signatures, I might not. I might decide to replace them as I go along. So for the images that I've used so far there, I have this catalog that I found a garage sale, I think. The Shopping Guide of the West. And it's all copyrighted, you're not allowed to copy anything in here. So I'm just cutting out the pictures and using them as if I want pictures in my journals. So there's still more here. Pretty ladies and their outfits. Not a lot left, but some I can use in other journals. I was thinking of doing a hat one. That would be nice. So this is the old Woodward's catalog that was made by a company in Vancouver, BC. The originals, that is. And then this was reproduced. But it is all, like I said, copyrighted. So I'm just using the pictures, and I will give credit to where I got them, but I can't copy any of the pictures that I'm getting from there. And I also put together a small packet of ephemera, things off the internet and things out of that catalog that I cut out. There's a little envelope full of interesting things. You guys probably recognize the scissors. You can get those off Pinterest. And if I need to pay for them, I pay for them. And I also have some really nice colored sewing ephemera that I've put into my computer. So I will get those. That was from the catalog. I will get those. Oh no, this is from Pinterest. There is a sewing machine or two that's from the catalog though, I think. Oh, some thimbles in here and some buttons. Thimble, button, safety pin. Like I said, some of these came from Pinterest, some came from the catalog. Some small ones go in this envelope. And then I have a lot of different covers. I have about 30 covers on in various stages of being worked on. So I've gone around and I've tucked in each of these books. I've tucked in a lot of different papers. So for example, my coffee dyed papers. I went and did some more because they ran short. So if I need them for this book, I have some more that I can use. Coffee dyed papers. These ones are lined. So the ones that I have tucked in my other journal so far aren't lined. And I did up a couple accounting pages as well. And I have a stack of other things ready to go into this journal. Although I went around and I put every journal got a glycine bag if I had enough. And they all got Sudoku and they all got cross stitch. I haven't done book pages yet, so I took this out. This is from Little Women, and there was some information on here where they did some sewing, so I thought that was good. All the journals got a paper bag, and they all got envelopes. So I did, you saw the one here, I coffee stained a lot of different envelopes, and then some I stamped on. A couple more envelopes I had. Where's my other envelopes? I know I did more. Okay. Some are already in the book. There's one. There's another one. Did some stamping on that one. And and then I have a lot of these cards, recipe cards, and I did some stamping on those. There's another little white bag. All the journals got some of those. Some to-do lists. Some more wallpaper. Another envelope that I glued on one of the embellishments on. Some more tags. This is a cute little doggy's outfit. I thought would look cute in there. This is wearing a cute outfit. And then every journal got some coordinating bits of scrap paper that I cut out. I like these colors that went with the cover. It's another piece of writing paper there. And then also some, I don't know if these are timesheets. No, just to keep track of things. So those, there's another envelope that I distressed around the edge. And then I have a whole stack of other cards here that I coffee stained, ready to be used if I need to. Some I brushed with some kind of gold paint. And then I have a whole bunch of some tags that I started. I started some of these stitched ones a while ago, so I've just been adding to them. Getting things ready for going in the book. There's one of the cards I put some lace on and cut out from that magazine. There's an old envelope that I made a while back. I didn't use up, so and I sewed on some bits of fabric. There's one of those little mini journals that I made. I haven't finished it yet, but I had it started, so I thought I'd put that in there. And of course, you got to have a coffee sleeve. One of these sewed tags, quite a few in here. It's a little coaster, another envelope. Here's a cutout of a needlepoint magazine. I glued some papers on the back. It's a little pocket I made. Coin envelope. Another type of envelope. Small glycine bag. Another tag. Piece out of a tissue box. What else? And then I have lots of extra of these cards. Not all the books got a card yet, so I have to go around and tuck these into some of the books, some of the other journals. Extra coffee dyed papers. So this is quite a stack. Ooh. Not that I'll use all of these. And there's another stack of cards over here as well. And then these are some more pictures that I cut out that I thought I would use from that catalog. So a whole selection of pictures and bits of advertisement that involved either garments or sewing. Piece of tissue paper, or I guess that's, yeah, this is probably tracing paper. It's from the magazine. These are all from that magazine, or catalog. Some bigger pages. And these are such beautiful images, but look at the back. There's more beautiful images, so I can't, like, if I cut them out, then I'm going to ruin the image on the back. So I'm just going to use it as is in the book somehow. And then if I need more pages from, you know, the Natal Book magazines that I have, I want some color to some of the pages. I've left some of these out because they're quite, some of these are quite colorful. So I'm not sure if I want that much color in the pages, so I'll leave those out. So then I made a bunch of snippets for adding to these tags. So these are the ones I sewed, and they have some nice paper on the back. Actually, I can color these. These are from coloring books that I colored. Some of them are. One I glued on some ephemera onto that one. There's a little pocket in the back. So I'll take some of my snippets here that I sewed together, and I'll probably decorate these up somehow. And I have lots more over there. So like this one has the button on it. Just little bits of snippets to add a little something to the tags. There's another one with a button. There's a pretty gold one here. You know, some of them aren't that fancy, but they'll add that little something to the page. Right. I like this one. Oops, a couple stuck together. Some sparkly tulle here. That's a piece of applique, and this is just a doily. There's another one. This went a certain way like that. Might have to press that way so it doesn't want to behave itself. So little bits of snippets. So that's some of the tags. And this is the sewing book. I'll just show you how some of the books I have going here. And I've shown you some of these covers already. And so you can see how I've sort of been beginning to stick some papers in here. But I think, you know, they all got a bit of the to-do list. I like this one. It's got some nice pockets here. Pocket in there. And you know, these envelopes. Big bags. Some of these. And then this is the back cover. So this one doesn't have any coffee dyed items in it yet. It's a little blue one. So I had some blue papers. Again, there's a little pocket here. And put more colorful things in here. Some blue scrap paper. Another envelope. And then this is a Disneyland bag. Oh, and this one got a Pinocchio book. So this is going to be a Pinocchio themed book. Matches the blue. I don't think I'm going to be able to put him on the cover because I already have this bird on the cover. So we'll see. See what will happen with that one. And this book you may have seen before. And it got some colorful ephemera in it as well. It's a horse, Sudoku, blue paper, one of those Disney bags. Ooh, and Pocahontas. That's why it has a horse in it. Crossword puzzle, another half of that Sudoku. Coffee stained bag and envelope. So they're getting them ready bit by bit. This is this cover. I haven't finished this cover. Actually, it should go this way. Yep. This is the front of it. There's still more that I can do to this cover. Again, similar items. This one got one of these vintage bags from Denisha's shop. Glycine bag. Nice writing paper. Matching envelope. Oh, these are cute. I like those. Glycine bag. Pretty paper. And this is the back of it. Sliding away here. This is a nice big book. Hopefully you can see it all there. Started working on the cover, haven't finished it. I don't think I'll make this as lacy as the other ones front. Not sure. This one has a paper bag cover. It's not stiff like the other ones. It actually has a paper bag cover. This has some blue scrapbook paper in here. So just the similar items in here as well. Another one of those. Oh, this is a different placemat, but it has lilacs and blues in it and a little bit of greens. So, I haven't done a lot to this cover. Haven't really decided how to go about finishing this cover yet. Not quite sure what I'm going to do. This one. Papers, and then just the rest of the regular items in here. Oh, looks like I put some lilac scrap paper in here to match the cover. Okay, I have to move some things. I'm going to have a disaster. And this one is a book I'm making for myself, I believe. So I haven't put a whole lot of things in. This is actually the back, that's the front. I want to make myself a family, well, I'll tell you later when I have it done. But that's the cover of that one. And stack number 2. There's the stack. Here's the pink one. I like this one. I love this, and if you're wondering how they did this, these fabrics, I think they did this when they did the shaving cream and put the acrylic over it, and then they laid the fabric down. It was just white fabric, and then you wound up with that cover. Again, same type of things inside so far, and this one has a Cinderella book. I'm going to move this other stack here. Now this green one I'm going to make into a gardening book. So I've already started collecting pictures to put in it. Bits of ephemera, scrap of paper. This paper I found in my stash. And a big piece of this wallpaper trim. And then out of the needlepoint books, there were some nice flower-based pictures in here, which I might get to use in this. I might have to make the cover bigger. Here's this was from a writing pad. It had envelopes on one side and paper on the other. I saved the cover for this book. I thought it would go nice inside somewhere. Might make like a mini journal out of it, tuck it into the cover. And no, there's more, because I also started on some of the pages of this book a while back. So these are some of the pages that I started. This would be one signature. This would be another signature. And that's it so far. So whether or not I can get all of this into this little book, I don't know, but I'll give it my best shot. So that's a gardening book. And this cover, which was from this beautiful fabric, which I absolutely love. No one to use on a journal cover. Use this as a tab. This one has pockets, the front and the back. Whoops. If I just utilize the fabric, right? And then this is just the regular things. Oh, this one, no, this one has another Cinderella book. So it'll be a Cinderella themed book. Now this one is rather different. Let me get it right side up for you. This is more fabric-y. So kind of like this one, but this has got paper bag on the inside, so it's kind of soft. Just to change it up so they're not all the same, right? So this one is very fabric-y. There's no paper in it at all. It's just very fabric. It's all fabric. The heavy bedspread that I had on my bed that I ruined, this has a piece of it in here. In fact, it goes right across. And it also makes this flap. So when it's closed up, this will come across and I'll make some nice attachment to put in there. This one I thought would make a nice fall book. I love these colors. And if you get a book where, this was off of something, I don't know what. Some kind of packaging. It was very, very big. So I put the fabric on and I use a glue gun to tack it on. So if you get it so that it's all wrinkly like this, don't panic. I do that. I don't panic when I just do it quickly and I put it here and there and everywhere. But I'm going to show you a technique that I use which straightens it all out later. But I'll do that on a separate video. So here we have coffee stained paper and lots of fall and red sort of colors in here. And ephemera. Scrapbook paper. I found this sparkly paper in my stash. I could do that in there. Oh, that's where those scissors were. I've been looking for these scissors for about a week. No wonder I couldn't find them. That's too funny. Wait till I tell my daughter. She's gonna get a kick out of it. I need to do these videos more often. Find missing items. That is too funny. I'll be laughing about that for the rest of the evening. And this big gigantic book. It's huge. But I have something really special I'm going to do with this. I think. Yes. I didn't finish the cover. I decided this wedding applique here just comes up like this so nicely, and I want to find the side that I cut off. Probably I cut off matching side here. I want to find it and put it on here so it's the same. So there's a little bit more symmetry to it, although the book itself isn't really symmetrical like the way that I put the fabrics and stuff on. See, so what's on the inside? Should I show you? Okay, there's nothing yet too fantastic. I haven't finished the inside cover. This is another part of that packaging. So I got a couple really big books out of it. So this will all be covered with something. I don't know what yet. Some really nice paper or some really nice scrapbook paper, fabric. This is was a photo. I might make this into, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I think. I could be wrong. betcha I was going to do this into another sewing book. Yep, that's what it was going to be, another sewing book. Or sewing theme journal. Yep. So these are out of the needle books. I really liked. You can tell how old the needle book is because the pages are naturally aged. I did not distress those. And I found, they're around here somewhere. I'm going to show you. And then the rest of the things I put in here. This one got some very large, very beautiful coffee stained envelopes because they just went well in this book. So I'll probably cut the edges so that I can open them up, or somehow cut slits in them to make pockets. You can see how I laid down things on here to coffee stain. All those pretty designs in there. Yes, and that is that it? Was that 30? I don't know if that was 30. Stack number 4. Doing things in between the heat and all those other. Okay, push that aside. Here. Oh, I love this cover. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Let's take this out. Take another paper bag cover. Look how pretty that turned out. This tatting and a butterfly, and oh, I love this. So, what did this get? A lot of the same thing. So you can imagine 30 of these books all over the living room, and me going around with my papers and cards and envelopes and everything else and just sticking them into all the books until they were all full. So coffee stained papers. Yep, and there's the back paper bag. That was actually fun. I liked doing that. And I loved working on the covers. I loved it. There's another paper bag, book. Same sort of deal from the inside. This one I haven't finished up the inside. My aunt has a whole stack of fabric. She wants me to come and look at them. She wants to give them away to me if I'm interested. So, just think, more covers, more journals. That's that one. This is another one of those placemats, but I haven't done a lot to this cover. I get lost on some of them sometimes. I'm not sure what to do. That's okay, because one day it'll just pop in my head and I'll know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so let's have some lilac scrapbook papers in here. Another one of those kitties. And another one of those placemats. And this one is going very purple. Very purple. Did I put any special purple paper in here? A little bit. So some pink hearts. I might stain this purple. I got some purple spray I made. I might spray that. A bit of purple. And then your regular coffee stained items. And my nice papers in here. Those big white envelopes. I'll probably cut ends and make pockets. And then lastly, very, very lastly, this great big one. Which way does it go? This way. Oh, wait, here. Yeah. Yeah. This has a beautiful cover so far. These birds. I want to focus on these birds. So it has some beautiful shiny gold fabric inside here underneath to make the birds kind of pop. And it made the rest of the laces pop nicely as well. But very vintage looking. And then on the inside I just left the gold fabric as it is. Let's see. A little special scrap paper just so that it's the same. These are those big white envelopes. If I want to use them as pages, I'll just trim them very carefully around the edge so that I can get a 2-page or 1 big page. It's folded, of course, down on a fold line. Look at all this beautiful loveliness and lots of sirens tonight. Lots and lots of. Okay, just when I thought I was filming all the journals and I closed up the video and said my goodbyes, I found this. That's how he's putting things away. It's another big box full of journals. And I even have papers inside them. Oh, okay, let me just take these out of the box here. Let's take a couple out at a time. Okay, this is a nice blue one. Maybe it gets all in frame here because I changed the camera placement. It's beautiful. Oh, sorry fabric. It's my ideas of what you can do with sorry. And this is getting covered, so don't worry about the glue marks on there. I won't leave it like that. Yeah, little bits of paper and things on the inside, same old. The blue one. This one I haven't attached the front cover to the back cover yet. So there's that one, the papers. And then there's this one, which I just have the front done. So I think what happened was some of these I probably came across. Here it goes. After I was done putting papers in, it's like, oh, I have some more. Oh, wouldn't this make a nice fall one? I started putting the fabric in here. And then this will come around somehow. That maybe, and then like that. I don't know if you would have seen this one. And I have these leather placemats. I didn't notice either, so I'm going to be making journals out of those. These two leather ones have a bit more things in them. That is a nice brown scrapbooking paper. This might turn out to be a guy's type of journal. One of these leather ones. Again, some brown paper. Two more. This is a small one, which I probably will make bigger. It has a, well, maybe not. Be neat to do different, different sizes of journals. It has a wide spine, so it could be a little smaller type of journal. Regular type of paper on the inside. And then lastly is this one. And this is the one where I did that dangly spine. I'll probably cut this off. I did this. I did dangles along the spine. And this I'll put nice and puffy and lovely. And I'll probably cut these off here. Oh, this is the front. There we go. Oh, so that's why that's long. Because I had it upside down. So it doesn't actually hang that way. It hangs this way. Yeah, now it makes more sense. Yeah. This is another one of my paper bag covers. So that's it, finally. I think I'll find a big box to put these in so they're kind of out of the way, and then I'll just pick one to do at a time until I'm finished each one. But that is how I've been doing my journal covers. I did all the covers first, and then I'm slowly just knowing what's going on the outside of them. And then I do have these two purses, which I showed you in another video, which I have to do something with. Finish them up, put them on my Etsy store, I guess. Okay, now I'm done. Okay, and the other thing I want to show you is, now as I was going through the needle books, I found some things that interest me. Okay, I found this in one of the needle books. Oh, and I started crocheting some of these little, I grabbed a ball of yarn from the bunch of wool I got from my mom, or that other lady that had the garage sale. And I started crocheting these. It's a thicker kind of wool. It's not really a crochet yarn, it's a wool. But I was wondering how that wool would make doilies. I kind of like it. They're a bit on the thick side, so they would go good on like a really big fabricy cover. So I did a bunch of those. I like the style. I'll have to try it with some really fine crochet yarn though. Make some awesome little flowers. And then Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. When I was going through the needle books and this book, McCall's Needlepoint and Embroidery, taking out pictures for the sewing journal, I realized they have this section here on embroidery stitches. And when I was in high school, I actually made a book that were samples of stitches. They were just little squares made out of jean fabric, and the teacher gave us about a half sheet of instruction per stitch. So you had your binder, and you would take a page and you would staple on, once the jeans were finished, you would staple on 4 of these sample stitches. So you'd have 4 per page, and then you'd have 2 pages of instructions with a half sheet per each stitch that you did. Now that's a little bit big, but then we were, you know, grade 8, I think it was, grade 9, still in school. But I was thinking of taking these and cutting them and making my own embroidery book and trying all these stitches. This has way more stitches in it than what I did in high school. And you'll see, look at them. Pages and pages of stitches, and you can get a lot more off the internet as well. Because it's for my own use, making my own journal, I'll have to photocopy, unless I just do like slip in the page the way it is, and then have the samples on a different page. I could do it that way. So, and then they show you when it's finished how they put together some of the stitches. And then the rest is cross stitch and stitching ideas. I'm not so much into cross stitch. I've tried cross stitch. I'm not into it. I could never get into it. I got so lost. But I do like these. I do like these kind of stitches, though. Isn't that funny? Like, I like doing the embroidery stitches, even though this is more like crewel. But well, they call it canvas stitches. Look at, did a whole chair in it. I would do some of these in the olden days, do a whole chair out of stitching the whole chair. I don't think so. Not today. Not for me, anyhow. And nowadays, if a person does something that big, they usually frame it because it takes so much work. But I probably won't use up this whole book in my book. I'm just going to take the embroidery, I think, and make my own journal out of it. My own embroidery sample journal book. Maybe I'll work on it this winter when the long rains hit. So this is my sort of how I make my journals video this year. Anyways, I hope you had fun. I had fun making the video, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye!